Good evening. Hello there, Dragon Slayer, honey. It's just you and Gina, honey, it is. Welcome, brothers and sisters from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. God bless you all. God bless you, too. So I've just been sitting here in the recliner. I was going through some of the comments. And, you know, I've done a few videos. You might need to hear it. This is really encouraging. And what's this? Something's coming. Something is coming, which you're going to need strength and encouragement. Don't do this, don't let fear become a major stumbling block and stop you from moving forward. And if you haven't seen this yet, and you better be prepared if this happens. And we know what that's talking about. All you have to do is look on the news and you can see something happening. Hello, Solaris. Hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, hello, Danny Lovett. Frank Honey. Hello there. Yeah, so I'm going to see if this is going to put my live video on here. Okay, are you thinking this way? Are you thinking that you're not going to be able, to make it? To make it with all that's going on in the world, because there is a whole lot that is going on in this world, and it does have an effect on us in our personal lives. It does. I'm listening to something outside. I had these headphones on because I just have it on one ear, and I want to hear with the other ear. Good evening. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey, you all. God does win this war. It does. I feel like there's, and you may feel it too, like there's a lot of unsettledness in the air. There is a lot of unsettledness that people are feeling. I just had like a deja vu like moment right now. Hello. No, if you hone in, if you can feel the realm around you, you know that there is unsettledness. There is people wondering, you know, what are they going to do if something really bad happens? And there's talk about rising gas prices, and just it takes its toll. It takes its toll. All the bad news, it takes its toll on people. Let me get this thing off my head. Gina, get it off your head. I think I'm stuck to a battery too. I don't need to be stuck to the battery. I'm going to try to get myself up out of this recliner is what I'm going to do. I feel kind of better. Standing up, I do. You really may be worried about what's happening. Your children, if you have like young adults or you have friends or something and other family members, they're worried about what's going on in the world, and it really is. It's bothering them. It's quite troubling because there's lots of prophecies that are out there. There are about what is to come and how bad it will get. And this is just like biblical, like prophecies, because they're out there. We know that it says there'll be a time of distress unequaled from the beginning of the world and never to be equaled again. And if those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, so I'm sure, you know, this is going in the back of people's mind, and people have been, we're going to just sit right here. People have been expecting something to happen. They've been waiting all their life for such sad events to happen, and now it seems like things are picking up. It's picking up a lot more, a lot more. uptick in the energy, a lot of uptick in the violence that is occurring around the world. And it's, you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel the energy from it on the inside of here. You truly can. And I'm not going to say it. I had a thought to go in my mind, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, you all. I would encourage you, be careful with everything that you hear going on, because we live in a digital age. Okay, we do. You could be seeing things that may not actually be happening, but that may have been created by AI and stuff like that, because let's face it, somebody owns the news. All the news outlets, somebody somebody owns the news outlets. They do, and they're going to, I'm not going to say it. It can be used for propaganda techniques, propaganda purposes. It can. And I'm not making light of anything, you all. Just be very careful the mouthpieces that you listen to, because you're going to hear a whole lot of mouthpieces out there. You truly are. Frank, honey, you're right. You can't believe everything you see and everything you hear. And it goes for anything. Just like if you go to a YouTube channel, anything you watch on TV and stuff, even the Pentagon press briefings, they made Sabrina into a CGI avatar, and she's not her normal self. She's not. She has all the answers now, where before Sabrina, the whatever she was, deputy something press secretary, Sabrina Singh, I liked her. She made me smile and giggle because she didn't have all the answers. But it was several months ago, where now the Sabrina, since it's pretty sure it's CGI AI, has taken over. She has all the answers to everything. And she doesn't make the weird faces that she humanly would make, maybe a little bit of them. Yeah, AI can literally, they can take my image, they can take me, my voice, my mannerisms, my appearance, and my whole body, and make me speak. Even though it's not going to be me, make me speak, make a digital copy of me. And it will sound like me, look like me, and you may think, well, that's Gina. She's saying this again, or she's saying us to do this. See, it can do that. It has the ability. So you've, Mr. Musk said it's going to be really hard to tell them apart. It's going to be really, really hard to tell the real from the unreal. It is, and just got to be careful, because there's so much going on. There's too much going on now, you all, way too much. And we got to be even more alert. Yeah, Frank, she didn't know. Sabrina, honey, she didn't know. We're talking about the Assistant Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary is what we're talking about. Ken Motes, honey, am I AI? Does Gina, honey, look like she's AI? No, I ain't AI. I'm not AI. It can steal your voice in 3 seconds. You ever, and just like when you type something, you type one thing and you go back and it's totally changed around. It can do that, and it can replicate your voice. It has lots of people's voices that it has now replicated, and you would not be able to tell whether or not these people are alive. Really, how do you know if they're alive, or how do you know if they're dead? How do you know it was their voice? You don't. So we're living in the age of deception, great deception. I don't know if there's a scripture for that. I don't, but there is a lot of deception taking out. Yeah, you need to know if he's testing on what. Love you too, Marcy. Can you check on Elon? He's testing all of his computer brain tech on any missing people. Well, he's supposed to be. We did a video on him 2 years ago where he was doing his test subjects on a pig. And there was a problem with the pig. And he was very stuttery and stuff in the video that we showed of him giving his Neuralink thing on his test subjects. And there were several humans back then that he was had the thing in because they had impairments within their body. They did. It wasn't functioning as properly as it should, so he was doing that also. But when he does get it up and going, they need the brightest of everyone, the brightest young people or whatever to help get this factory up and going, really. And the computers, the robots are going to insert the brain. They're going to drill a hole right there in your head. So he just told us how it's going to do it. It's in a video under artificial intelligence. Drill a hole in your head by the robot. You'll be in an assembly line, and then insert that chip in there with the little fine fibrous, like fine dangling wires, so you can be uploaded to the 5G, 6G. You have internet above your head, Starlink as it goes. Yes, Rosie Pie Honey, what's going on? Gina, tonight is how to tell the difference, how we got this. Josephine Honey, what do we got? Gina, you taught us how to tell the difference. Yes, yes, yes. AI cannot keep up with Gina. We know AI is growing by leaps and bounds. AI can literally, you don't need any web developers anymore. You don't need, you're not going to need any computer programmers. You're not going to, anything that a human can do, administrators, you're not going to need any, a lot of it, AI's taken over everything that it possibly can, even like human labor. So it does play into it. It does, you all. Yeah, we got some good night. You got to go sleep. You go ahead and go evening. Good night, you all. Sa. Yeah, your family would know if it was you. We got a special code phrase. Well, let's think. So, yeah. So, you all, what's the title of this video? I got to get back on my subject. I really do. Let me look. Are you thinking this way? Are you thinking that, it's going to be hard to go forward in this world because you're already facing a lot of challenges right now, and you're feeling the stress of everything that's going on in your life, and maybe your children, maybe have some older children, adult children, maybe your family members, your loved ones, your friends, they're starting to stress out because they're looking around the world and they're seeing what's being shown on the TV around the world, and then also locally and stuff like that. And maybe they're getting unsettled, and it's you can feel it, you all. It is troublesome for some people because they don't know how to process what they're seeing, and maybe it's just maybe they're not strong enough on the inside like they need to be, like inside here with the love, and maybe they're not. But it's you're probably going to have to be strong for those people in your life. You really are. You're going to have to be the one who has the strength, and you probably are that person right now. If you're watching this, you're that person that people go to, that you're that person that people look up to when things get tough, because they want to be reassured that everything's going to be all right, that they're going to make it. You've got to have people like that in your life, and if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you're one of them that people look up to, and there's a reason. There's a reason, because it would be really hard, it'd be really difficult to go through life without people like you. It really would. And that's why you got to stay centered in here. You got to stay balanced in love right here. Balanced in love. It comes from God. God is love right there. Balanced. Get you some love today. You can get it, you all. Boo! Get you some love on the inside of there. That's right. It literally will sustain you. It truly will sustain you, and it will give you all the strength and courage that you need to stand up against whatever it is you're standing up with and go forward in this life. You will have everything you need. You do got it on the inside. So just we need to have more patience with those in our life who are not able to handle what is coming as good as we may. Have more patience with them. And you may not like having to have more patience because you may think, oh, they should have learned their lesson. They should have known better. They knew what was coming. You're going to have to be more kind. More kind and patient to people because they all not going to wake up at the same time. And it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. You got to hold it together. You got to hold yourself together so you can help hold others together. You've got to do this. If you're looking at me, you're watching this, you're hearing me, you are fully capable of holding it together because things like that are going to happen. You're going to want to lose patience with people who have not been paying attention, who did not make sure they were strong enough on the inside because they were just caught up in life and they didn't want to listen. You're going to have the patience. You're going to have to forgive them. Okay, you are, because you may think, well, it serves them right. No, it might have served them right. You telling them time and time again and them not listening, but then, it wasn't their time to listen. It was not their time to listen. And it's hard, you all. It's really hard. It makes me kind of giggle. Kind of make my face red. It's just, no, people are going to listen when it's meant for them to listen. They're not going to listen when you want them to listen, okay? They're not going to wake up when you want them to wake up, you all. They're not. It doesn't matter what you say. It's everything has a time. There's a time for everything under the sun, and there's a time to listen. It is. And a time not to listen, more or less. But yeah, be patient, because you're going to face it. So you might as well prepare yourself right now on the inside to be that strong person, regardless if you think, well, I don't want to, but you really do down on the inside. You want to be there. You want to. You can do it, you all. You got a role to play. You have a role to play. You have a job to do. You have a mission to do. You have a purpose in this life. And when it gets really rough, well, I think you're going to realize what you're here for. You are going to realize why you're here, because it's going to click just like that. It's going to click like that, and people around you are going to know. They're going to know. Because everybody ain't going to be in the know. Not everybody's going to be able to hold it together. You're going to have some leaders. We're going to have some leaders to step up. You're going to be one of those leaders, you all. You are. You're going to be a leader. Because then we can't all be followers. Nope. Not all be followers. We got to have some leaders, because some people do not want to be put into that position where that is put upon them, because they're not, it makes them feel comfortable and they don't have it within them, okay? They'd rather you tell them what needs to be done, what to do in a reassuring way. They want to be able to do that because they don't have the strength within them, really. Some people do not have the strength within them to be a leader. They don't. And you're going to have to be that leader. You're going to have to be that strong tower. You're going to have to be that shoulder to lean on. But Gina, you're not leaving room for God. Excuse me. God works inside of each and every one of us. God is love. I think there's plenty of room on the inside right there, don't you? That's right, you are. You're going to have to lead by example. Okay, you are. You're going to have to step up, and you know it. You know it. I know you know it. People are going to be lost. They're going to feel lost. Totally lost. And that's going to get to you. And that's going to get to me, too. You don't want to see nobody feeling lost on the inside with, I don't know what I'm going to do. You're going to have people who are going to lose it. You're going to have people who are not going to be nice to other people. You're going to have to stand up too against those type of people. You are, because they're just going to take advantage of those they consider weaker. That's why we need some strong people on the inside here, strong people like you, to stand up to those people who want to take advantage of those who they deem weaker. Yeah, you're going to have to pull people together, you all. You're going to have to pull people together and build up whoever it is you're around. You're going to have to build a tight connection. You're going to have to be strong and build that connection. You're going to need each other more than ever. You ain't really needed each other yet the way that we're going to need each other in the future. We're going to need each other more than ever, and you're going to know what it's like. You're going to know exactly what it feels like. You're going to know who you can trust and who you can't trust, who you want around you and who you don't want around you. You're gonna get a feel for it really fast. You are, but you don't want to go it alone, okay? Because you can be isolated. Gina, what are you talking like this? I have no idea. I've jumped off on you're gonna have to step up and be a leader. You are, wherever you're at, because you're gonna have to have people around. People are gonna be lost. And they're gonna know that you know, because you did know what was going on in the world. You knew what was going on in the world, and they knew, and they didn't want to listen to you. So then when the going gets rough, you're going to be that person. They're going to think you got all the answers because they're going to look to you, this human being. They're going to look to you. They're going to say, what do we do? What do we do now? You're going to have the answers. You do have the answers. You got the answers inside here. You know what you need to do, and don't you stress about it, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a lot of you are going to be that person, that leader, and you're going to be given the words. You're going to be given the word. You won't even have to think about it. You're going to know within your being what it is that you need to do. You're going to know, and you're going to have all the strength you need on the inside. Why are you going to have all the strength you need on the inside? Because of who is living on the inside. What's on the inside? It's love. God is love. You got Jesus on the inside. You're going to be fully equipped right now. You're just being prepared all this time. We've all been being prepared for what is to come, the future. We're not being prepared for the past. No, this is the here and now. Everything we went through is preparing us for the future. It's what it's preparing us for, because it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Okay, it's not. There's still a lot of work to do. All right? So I'm going to go. I am going to go, you all. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. You're going to have to be that leader. You're going to have to be that shoulder to lean on. You're going to have to be that one that the people come to, whether or not you think you're going to be that, because they think I ain't going to help them. And yet you are going to help them, and you know you're going to help them. You might be upset, but you're going to end up helping them, because they're going to need somebody. They're going to need some guidance. They're going to need some love, and you're going to have to put everything aside and step into what you're supposed to be doing. Love you.